It is 2 o'clock on Wednesday, our first week of our safe at home orders. I'm still continuing on with being safe and keeping our social distance. And it's been, at least a month, if not more, that we've been having to not get together with our friends and have quilting time or just fellowship and coffee and all that good stuff. So I hope that, like me, many of you have found other creative ways to do that, to be able to see our friends. I know talking to our friends helps a lot, just checking in, making sure that our friends are doing okay. Um, but one of the things that I really and truly miss is quilting with my friends, working on projects together, just having that time set aside with a good friend of just being able to sew and laugh and giggle and share life together. I think is just one of the great things that we have going for us in this quilting community. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit more today. Like I said, I've tried to find some creative ways to be able to do that with my friends. And one of the ways is through like either FaceTime, or I've actually used the app here on Facebook quite a bit, doing like video chat with my friends. So also last weekend was really kind of a sad, hard weekend because I was supposed to be with about 11 of my other quilting friends up at Estes Park at the YMCA on a quilt retreat. And we go up there twice a year in the spring and in the fall, and always look forward to that. We just load up our cars with all of our stuff, take way more projects than we know we'll ever have time to work on, and just have a really good time. So last weekend was kind of hard because that was one that we had to cancel because of the coronavirus that's going on. So Cindy and Cindy's my friend that works with me and does all my amazing administrative stuff. And she's just such a great friend and a great coworker. So her and I, a while back, I had gone on a retreat with my mom, and I came home with a kit for me and a kit for her. And I said, here, we're both going to make this quilt together. And so it kind of started a tradition that we decided that we have kind of kept going. And so I'm going to show you that first quilt here in a minute. But this quilt behind me is our second one that we've been working on together. It's called Manderley. And we've probably been working on it for at least 4 retreats, so at least a couple of years. And we only work on it when we're together at retreat. And we just have been working on it together, and then we kind of finish it up at the same time. So this one, since we didn't get to go on a retreat, we picked a day over the weekend. I think it was actually it was on Monday that we said, let's set up the video chat, and all day we're just both gonna work on our Manderley quilt. So that's what this is. The name of the quilt is Manderley. Again, it was a kit that we both got, and we're working on it together and got a whole nother row done. So that was exciting. So we might try and do it again next week and try and get this quilt finished up so that we can start a new one. And if you don't have any friends that you make quilts with, you should find somebody, because it's good accountability. You set that aside of time. It's good time spent together. So I wanted to show you a few more quilts that I've made with friends where we kind of work on them together. So the first one I told you that I came home with the kit with Cindy and said, let's make this together. It's already done and bound and quilted and everything because we did that one before this one. So this one was called Wee Hours, and it has a bazillion little bitty 9 patches. I think for a moment she was like, why are we doing this? But once we got it all done, we were so glad we did it, and it was so much fun. And now we're looking forward to getting this one finished, and then we'll have to pick a new project. I also have a friend that we found this book, and we want to make this quilt together. This is from the Elm Creek Quilts. I don't know if you've read any of her books by Jennifer Chavarini. In one of the books, one of the girls gets married and all her friends decide at the last minute to make her a quilt. So it's kind of a sampler. We call it our baby blocks for a couple of reasons. One is because each of these blocks is only finishes at 6 inches, and you can see how really intricately pieced they are. So they're little blocks. So they're baby blocks. Plus, when our granddaughters, I have a granddaughter that's 6 and she has a granddaughter that's 5. So when they were younger, we decided that when we started this quilt, they were babies, and we're hoping, our goal is to get this quilt finished before their, I don't know, 18th birthday maybe. So I just save all my little baby blocks in this little bin here, and it's just real scrappy. They're so much fun. Some of them are really time consuming, some of them are really easy. And like here, this one was super easy. It went together really, really quick. But then this one has like a ton of little tiny triangles. So that one took a while. But it's just fun. I know that it's time that I'm going to get to spend with my friend. And when I get this quilt all done, this is what I love about quilting, is the memories and the fellowship and the friendship that grows out of this. And every time I will see this quilt, even if I do give it to my granddaughter, I may not, I don't know. But it just will always evoke those memories of time spent with a friend. So I just really encourage you to find some project like that that you can work on with a friend, with a fellow quilter friend. Or maybe you can convert one of your other friends into becoming a quilter and help them make a quilt and say, it's just going to be time that we can spend together. And secretly, you're getting more people into our quilt cult. Sometimes it feels like that. One more project I have that I'm working on with another person. I know I showed you this when I was talking about hand piecing and slow stitching. But this is one that I'm working on with my mom, and we have all the pieces cut out. I have two blocks done, but everything's all cut out. And then my mom lives in another state, but we get to see each other a few times a year. And this will just be something that we'll work on together. And the really special thing about it is the name of the pattern is Florence. And that was her grandmother's name. I never met Miss Florence, but that's just a really special, sweet, like I'll always know that this was a special time that I spent with my mom working on that quilt. So that's what I have for you today as far as our little Facebook Live time. I am also, one more thing I'm really, really excited about. Cindy has been working really hard on creating a new catalog for us, and it's now available on our website. So I want to show you the difference. This is the old catalog. If you've ever been at one of our shows or ordered something from me, I usually include a catalog of our quilt designs, all the panographs. And this is what they look like. It's like a half-page sheet, little kind of tiny pictures. And I just felt like sometimes it was kind of hard to see the quilting design really great, you know, that's being that small. So we decided to come up with a full-size sheet pages of a catalog of pictures of the pantograph designs. And wait until you see this. Are you ready? Wait for it. This is the new catalog. Look at those big, beautiful pictures of the designs. I'm so excited for people to really be able to see what all of our quilting designs look like. So go on our website. You can download it for free and then just print it off yourself, or for $2, I'll print one off and mail it to you. So go check it out. You can also see all the designs on our website as well. And it will, you'll be able to see them there bigger even on your computer. But sometimes it's just kind of nice to have the hard copy. If you're in the middle of a project, you don't have time to go to the computer and look it up. You can just flip through and see all the designs. And also don't forget, the rest of this week, all of our stuff on the website is 20% off. Use this code SHELTER 2020. All right, guys, stay continuously creative. Thanks for joining me on my weekly Facebook Live. And I will see you next Wednesday at 2 o'clock here on Donna's Design Threads. Bye.